Hello, hello, and welcome to Thoughts Brewed. My name is Fareah.
And I am Megha. Welcome to your crazy nook on the internet.
Crazy, cozy, all the things. We love it. You guys, we know it's been over 2 weeks since we last spoke to you. We put up our first episode and then kind of disappeared. Megha, let's walk them through what happened and how we got busy and we didn't have enough prep done
Yeah,
and we
we
were
tried. We
figuring out.
tried recording and we even got there. We were really excited, but
We've
then
recorded
we,
multiple times, right?
yeah, yeah. And then we heard them back and we were like, nope, this is not us. This is not how we sound usually.
Yes,
We need to
absolutely.
do better. So
I
it's
know.
all for you. We're trying to do better. So we have to give out the
So
best
please
content we can.
don't leave. That's the basic bottom line. Do not leave just yet. Give us
Yeah,
one
we are
more
really
chance.
trying. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be
we really
consistent.
try.
We are trying. It's also holiday period.
Yeah.
We've
Mika,
been
honestly,
struggling.
I think for the both of us, it got towards the end of the year and we both got really busy. Like work became quite busy. I was traveling a little bit. You had multiple places that you had to be all at once. And like there's a lot of bitsy things that have been happening and we've just not been able to coordinate and sit together and actually do it, which
Yeah.
is why we're trying to record virtually today. And the intention is to record a few before we start putting these out so that you guys actually have something to look forward to and like that we're not going to let you down. We don't want to let you down. We promise you. There is so much we have to say and talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Um
It was also my birthday,
yes, it was Megha's birthday and
and I
I
got
was
so many lovely gifts from Faria,
Megha
even though
is
she was not here for my birthday, but
I
it is
know.
forgiven, and
It is forgiven
I've
because
moved
of
past.
no, but we will still celebrate your birthday, Megha. Maybe tomorrow we can cut a little cake. That was why did I tell you that? I didn't want to tell you that before we actually caught up. But
No, all good.
it was Megha's birthday and I was in Melbourne for that weekend, so I was really bummed out. But that's okay. We're gonna make up for it and
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. It is the end of the year, you guys, so we have a few public holidays coming up and that kind of thing. So we're hoping that we can record a few episodes because we have so many topics that we keep discussing that we want to talk about on here. But what we're struggling with is figuring out if we want a structure or if we just want to like get into it and like start talking. And we didn't realize just how much planning, prep, recording, actually editing and all of that goes into these.
yeah.
So we have so much respect for any and all creatives that do anything online, especially podcasts, because they're not as simple as just I guess finding the right tools is important, right, Mika? We've gone through a few
Multiple,
softwares and
yeah.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
manually recording and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And now also we're trying something new, and we'll get there. We're getting there, I feel.
We're almost there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're so like we've made so much progress. You won't see it, but we know it.
We know it.
Anyways, Mika, walk me through your week. How have you been? What's happening?
Okay, so it's been a little here and there. It was my birthday just on Sunday, so we got like, it's a big thing in my family to birthdays are like a big thing. A lot of people do like, yeah, it's just a birthday, ek saal bade ho gaye, blah blah blah. But no, for me, it's a big thing. For my family,
Yeah.
it's a big thing. So we had the whole cake cutting ceremony on video calls with multiple people, and
Oh my
then
gosh,
we
that's so
went
cute.
out.
A whole ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's been good. And then it was my brother's birthday yesterday. So,
Yes, you guys
not
are
me just
basically
giving out all the
twins.
dates of my birthdays and you guys wanting to try my different passwords, guesses. No, my passwords are a little stronger than that. But
Okay,
we
great.
went go-karting and that
Oh
was
my
a lot of
gosh,
fun.
really? I
Mm.
love it. Megha, I have one of those videos from one time when I went go-karting. Is go-karting when you go around the thing and, everyone's racing each other? Is that go-karting?
Yeah.
That is go-karting. I have this one video that Temu recorded, and I thought I was so badass and I was so fast, and I was like, I'm gonna win. And it's that video where, I'm just so slow. And he's recorded it, and I'm like waving at him, and I'm just kind of like slow. You know that reel that like was trending a while ago where the girls like leave the saving of the world to the men or something like that, and then
Oh, yeah.
the music comes up, and then she's like very in a very cool outfit, just doing something really slowly.
That was you that
That's
time.
exactly what.
Should
Yeah.
have used
But
it. You
did you
should have.
win, Megha? Please say you won because at
No,
least one of us
no.
needs to win.
I was like you. I was not playing for the race. I was actually just enjoying the whole environment of
Yeah,
racing. And it
yeah,
was electric karts, so it was a bit
yeah, yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how before you do these things, they give you these video of like almost like a guidance of how you're
Yeah.
supposed to act. So I like take them to my heart. I just want to
You're like, I have to
follow
be
what they say.
safe and I have to
Yeah.
have feet in, hands in all the time. Like,
Exactly. They
really.
said no overtaking in that spot. I was like, yep, no overtaking. They said
And
brake
people
there.
are like going above and below.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, this is a lost cause. I am not doing what I'm not supposed to do. I'm just going to
Yeah.
enjoy this. So I was just there for an enjoyment. There,
You were there
anybody,
for the
anybody who
vibes.
won didn't get anything anyway, so it didn't matter.
I know that's true, except the adrenaline. But yeah,
Yeah, or the
I
bragging
didn't win.
rights.
There was this heap of, like there was this group of guys that went when I went, and they were really aggressive in the way that they were driving, and they would just
Mm,
like bump and this and that, and I was like, can we all just like get along and have a fun time and like just
exactly.
go around in circles? They were
That's
being
what I
so
felt.
yeah.
That happened to
And
me
were
as
you
well.
like,
And I
it's
was like,
my birthday? Why isn't everyone behind me and just like kind of following me, playing
yeah.
happy
And
birthday?
you know, but what happened with us, the group of people that we had were actually regulars. So they
Mhm.
were regular to this arena where they come go karting every week and
Yeah.
they do it for like a hobby rather than just a fun activity.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
it's almost like they're doing this for some competition preparation or something like that.
Yeah. Is
So
there a competition? Do you think there is?
they were acting like as though they have it,
So
so
there
maybe
is.
they do. Yeah.
And you're like, stop taking yourself so seriously. You know, that's one learning from 2024 that I've had. It's like, stop taking everything or anything so seriously, including yourself. Stop.
I agree.
It's fine. Whatever. It's
Mm.
all whatever, anyways.
It's
Even with this
all
podcast,
whatever.
Mega, remember when we were like, no, this and this and then we were like, it's okay, it's fine. Like, we're figuring this out. It's a new thing we're doing. And it's been so fun, right? Like, just catching up and like actually doing something together and like working towards a goal. It's been so fun.
It
And
has
just letting
been.
it be that rather than it becoming this huge thing that, stresses you out, because
Yeah.
that's how the world works, Mika. Like, I was listening, like, this is obviously something we also talk about, and like this capitalist society we live in. It works for them or it serves them well when we're in this competition and this constant like anxiety to get
Mm,
somewhere and buy more and do more and be more and like just be in this state of like being like a machine.
for
And it's
sure.
so cool to just be like, we're gonna be creative. And this is such a creative thing. It's super fun, you know?
Mm.
We get to chat and oh, it's the best. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. If we could just live like this and, even minus our jobs and things like that, can you imagine how perfect that would be?
Yeah.
Like if we didn't
Although
have to
tell
take
me
the train.
this, do you think if today I told you, Megha, now you have enough money forever, like you don't ever need to work for your money ever, would you want
I
to
won't
leave?
stop working, no.
You wouldn't, right?
No,
Yeah.
because I'll get bored the second day. But
Yeah.
but I do not want the necessity to go to work. I feel
Yeah.
like I should have a
I get
choice.
it. It's like when you're about, for example, you're about to fix the cushion and someone goes like, "Please fix the cushion," and you're like, "I don't want to do it anymore."
Yeah,
Why did you
exactly.
say it? And I think that's
Yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah, some days you get up and you don't feel like going to work. Then I
Mm.
don't, and I sometimes I do like to, so I will. So that problem would be eradicated if I had lots of money. But
Yeah.
since I don't, I have to pick my ass and go to work every day. Now, how was your week, Fareah?
My
I know
week
you've
was
been up to a lot.
No, I honestly like my week was really good. I think Melbourne's always really nice and I really do love it. But Megha, the first shock of my entire life was landing in Melbourne and it being freezing cold. And Taimur and I had taken no sweaters or jackets or anything. We just rocked up in t-shirts. One, the airplane was freezing as it normally is. And I
Yeah.
should have taken a jacket. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I was just quickly packing. I took a little blanket with me for the plane, but it wasn't enough. And so we land and it's freezing cold. And so then I had to borrow like something from my sister-in-law, which she's so nice. Like I just wore her clothes multiple
The
days
entire trip, yeah.
because I just needed something. And in Melbourne, even when it is a sunny day, it can turn around at any point, which is
Yeah.
something I knew. I don't know why I wasn't prepared. I just thought it's summer because in Perth it's been so hot. It's been
Yeah, but
incredibly
the days
hot.
you were away, it actually got
Yeah.
really cold here as well.
Yeah, you were saying that's
Mm.
honestly amazing. I love that because I love
Yeah.
it when it rains in Perth. But yeah, I had a good week. And then as soon as I landed on Monday morning, I just went straight to work and then I've just been
Oh,
working.
yeah, you did.
Um, I'm excited for next week. Although I'm working, except for the public holidays, but it is good to have that forced kind of days off because can do something in the middle of the week and like I hope we get to create more of these episodes. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
nice. I'm super
Yeah, we have
excited.
to brainstorm. We have to catch up more, and then we get that happening as well. Plus, it's time for some festivities, so I'm gonna have a lot of
Yes.
again some more sweets, and I've decorated my house already with Christmas vibes. So maybe a little bit
Yes.
more of that.
You
But I
know,
do, yeah.
one thing I want to do next year is have a Christmas. I don't have a Christmas tree. You know it. Megha, you have a Christmas tree. Please post a picture if you can.
I will.
Maybe do a story for everyone to see your Christmas tree is so cute. But yes, we wanted to talk about sustainability. That's what episode 2 was going to be about, guys. We have a lot to say about it, like so much to say about it. But maybe we'll do that in a more structured conversation in another episode. But for today, I just want to ask you a question, Megha. And
Hmm.
then I would like for you to like tie into it, you know, the brand that you run, which I honestly love the idea of. Like, and there's a few things that I feel like I learned recently when you had spoken about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not know the story to the brand? And I
Hmm.
really want you to talk us through that because I feel like that sums you up, a part of you as a person as well, right? It's all that you're about. It's something that is so authentic and true to you. And so I want you to like walk us through it. But first, start off with like what sustainability means to you and why you think it's important.
Very good question, Fareah. I will definitely touch upon Wildalaya, the brand that you mentioned. But for starters, like sustainability for me, it has been sort of a journey, and obviously it keeps going on and on. There is no full stop to it. But I would say that I came across this when I got married to Ryan because his sister Rachel was very like open about her sustainable choices.
Hmm.
I was still, I never like used plastic bottles, or not, I wouldn't say never, but I was conscious about the fact of not using because we would travel up to the mountains quite a bit
Hmm.
in India. And, you know, in mountains, there is not many, there is no like major facilities of rubbish recycling or things like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
would just see people going to hikes and just leaving their rubbish behind, which
Hmm.
was like, always a thing, but you would start noticing it more when people around you would have that conversation.
Hmm.
So that happened a lot when I got married into Brian's family. And then I started noticing it as well that what I can do to, you know, contribute less to the waste. So
Hmm.
that's how I got a little more aware about sustainability choices. And then we just stopped completely with the plastic bags. We wouldn't ever take them. Like, even if you'd go shopping, I would tell my friends as well to take the cloth
Hmm.
bags or tote bags with them. So that's where I became more aware. And then since then, Ryan and I sort of like took pledge of not using plastic as much as we can.
Hmm.
So we do that bit for us. But for anything, I would say that whenever we decide to have kids, I would want to like look into them and just tell them straight up that, hey, you know, we've worked hard towards sustainability, like whatever we could. So, and then not be ashamed, because I feel if parents are not doing good for the planet themselves, why are they even bringing up children? You know, I feel very strongly about that. So that's one of the things that I feel. And then of course, like little things when we buy things, even we are more conscious about if what sort of effect it has and how we can, if we really need that thing, or you know, things like that. It just, we question more than we used to before.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's only this much we can do. And Ryan used to work, as you know, and you know, in marine engineering, so he would be in the sea a lot. When I was with him in the
Hmm.
sea, in the deep ends, you know, where no really, like maybe 20, 30 people would ever go in their lifetime, maybe more, I don't know. But my point is, like, even in the middle of the ocean there is plastic floating, and I saw that with my own eyes. So that was quite like,
Like
that
shocking.
was shocking. Yeah.
Can I ask, like, what did you see in the middle of the ocean? And
Just
like, what
plastic
country was it
bags.
from?
I don't remember, but I do have like
Yeah.
a picture on my Instagram that I put up, and it said the caption was also there. So I can track it back to the
Yeah.
actual question that you asked.
That's
But
crazy, right? That
yeah,
it's literally in the middle of the ocean. And
yeah.
that
And
just says
then,
a lot about what
yeah.
we're doing
And
as a
then, you know,
species.
companies are like, people on the ship can do anything and nobody would be able to track it.
Yeah.
For real people actually just dump things, like the ships that we used to be on would dump the oil and nobody would catch
Yeah.
them. Who would
Yeah.
know that you're dumping oil in the middle of the ocean? So there's
Absolutely.
like people not taking responsibility of their actions, and there's just too much waste on this planet. And even if I buy a newer top, I feel bad about cutting that tag thing, you know how we have that tag and the plastic thing that's in all the clothes
That's
that we buy.
attached to it. Like there's just
Yeah.
so much of it everywhere that there's just no running away from it.
Mm.
And you have to be so mindful. Like I was watching this video recently where it was a video of like how during Christmas you can use old handkerchiefs or like things like that to like wrap presents, and or like newspapers and things like that. And I think that is such a good idea, and I feel like it should be so normal and it should
Yeah.
be so common. But I have personally felt like, especially maybe it's in other parts of the world and in other cultures too, but especially in the Desi culture. I'm from Pakistan, and I feel like it's not something that people are very proud of if you are recycling and reusing. So if I were to pack a gift and give it to like an older person and it was wrapped in newspaper, that might not be the best look. And
Mm.
I feel like as a society, like kind of having more of these conversations and coming to a point where it's like, actually, this is a great thing, and let's do more of it. Why not?
Yeah,
Because you're
exactly.
literally, there's so much waste being created. We were talking about this documentary that's recently come out, Megha, on Netflix, where all of these kind of big companies are promoting consumerism so much
And people
that
get sucked into it, and it's not their fault. It seems like
absolutely.
they're all out here to, just grab whatever they
It's just the
can.
way the world is structured now. It's like so hyper consumerist. Like we're all so it's on our fingertips. I want this and I want this and I want it today and I will get it today. And you
Yeah.
can just quickly make an order and it'll be at your door within a few hours. Not in Perth, but maybe in other parts of the world. In Perth, we get it in a few days, okay, which is still a bit of it tests our patience, but but just like being mindful of like clicking, and
Yeah,
just adding
for
to cart all the
instant
time.
gratification.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So talk us through how Wildalaya started. So for those of you who don't know, Megha runs a sustainable fashion brand, which I think you create beautiful dresses and other articles of clothing, Megha. And the whole idea behind it was sustainability, right? And then you came across a fabric which you thought was amazing and should be used more of. Do you want to walk us through that story a little bit? Because I would love everyone to know, because I think that says a lot about who you are as a person and your like kind of life and choices around sustainability.
Yeah, sure. So, Wildalaya, basically, I started that because I was in love with this fabric called linen, but it was just out of my reach all the time. I felt like, especially in Australia, I thought it was too expensive. But I just loved the idea of wearing linen because it lasted me a long, long time than just wearing cotton. And I'm
Mm,
not a very polyester or a synthetic person. It just doesn't suit me as much. Like, as first of all, it hugs my body and I'm petite. So I just don't like it for the structure, and also just doesn't last me really long. So I wanted something linen and things like that. But then when I was in India a couple of years ago, I got introduced to this fabric called hemp, which is produced using weed, which obviously is weed, meaning it grows like crazy anyway. So then I read about the benefits of hemp, and it was like a magical fabric for me because first of all it feels just like linen, and it
like
is
I wouldn't
even
be able to tell you. Like if you
mm,
showed me both, I wouldn't. Maybe you would, because obviously you are
I've
in
been
the industry.
working, yeah.
Yeah,
But there are also now so many different types of linen. So I'm 100% sure like one of them is so identical to hemp, even I wouldn't be able to tell.
fair enough.
But yeah, it's such a like a sustainable fabric choice that first of all drew my interest because of the fact that it's a sustainable thing, and then it just felt almost like linen. And then it was in winter, if I wear it I feel warm, and in hot summers if I wear it, it's like a very airy fabric because it's got like hollow holes in it, almost like the weave is like that.
Mm.
So then, and I
Very
learned more
breathable.
about, yeah, and
Mm.
it's mostly manufactured or like grown, hemp is grown in like mountainous areas of Nepal, India. So then it is also widely available in our countries.
Mm-hmm.
So it just drew my attention, and people are still learning about it. There's still heaps to learn about hemp. Um, and a lot of people have no awareness about it. And people still, like, who actually know hemp and have been wearing hemp, they know that it is a very long lasting fabric, and you will never grow out of it unless your body changes. The fabric will remain the same for like decades, which is much more than cotton.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you have to take care of the fabric. It's not to say that you're rough with it and it'll still be just as it is. You have to take care of the fabric and it will take care of you. So that's the whole idea of Wildalia when I started it. And yeah, I've grown, I've like, because those are the clothes that I would wear, and they're mostly, solid colors. So I don't have to overthink. I can wear it again and again. So that's the whole idea, that I don't have to go and buy another color, because one color will go with different colors that I've got. They're like blacks and whites, anything that you can combine with different other things that you've already got, rather than you going to buy more things. And once you rightly pointed out that most of my designs are also wrap things. So, again, you don't need many sizes. They're all free sizes. So it suits
I
many
love
body
that about it.
types.
Yeah. And you can wear it all different ways, like on any day of the week. Like sometimes, you want to wear it as a skirt or sometimes a wrap skirt. Like there's just so many ways to do it. I feel
Yeah.
like you can even do it as a blouse, like so much that can be done.
Yeah, or like a
And
tube dress over a white top or something like that. I haven't done those crazy things,
absolutely.
but I would like you. I know you keep pushing me to promote it more. So I've been thinking about it. Today, when I was sorting my cupboard, I've
Yeah.
now made a whole, of course, because I'm the business owner, I obviously have all the styles for myself.
Yeah.
So I have like a whole pile now, which is only Wild Delia clothes. And now I'm
Hmm.
gonna, like, just because of this break time that we're gonna get, I'm gonna start wearing them more. And when people ask me, "Oh, what dress is this?" I'm gonna proudly say it's from my own brand.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like you already like wear a few of your own dresses a lot. And I love the like look and feel of them. And I think each piece, you don't just create something and you're like, this just goes out into the world. There's so much intention behind the colors that you pick and then the style and the cut and what the sleeves will look like and how long the dress will be and all of that. That
Yeah,
I've really seen you, just work on it. And like if you have a piece that you've done and you're like, I'm not 100% satisfied with it, you just won't put it out in the market. And that's what I love about it, is that there's that much thought that goes into each piece.
hmm.
And a lot of them I even look at and I'm like, ooh, I would love this, which I have my eye on one dress which I really want. So
I'll bring
I
it for you tomorrow.
Oh my gosh,
I
I
know which
can't
one
wait
it
to
is.
like try it. Because Megha knows me. Megha, you know me and like how I dress. So I feel like I saw that dress and I was like, this is such a good cut. Like amazing. But I'm so proud of you for like building this. And it's not just so you can pitch yourself everywhere. I really truly believe that what you have done is something that you would also wear and you do wear, something your friends would wear, and something that all of us need to own so that we're not just, hyper buying all the time, but we are intentional with our purchases and we go like, this is the piece that resonates most with me and I'm going to buy it and I'm going to wear it forever. Because Megha, that's how I feel about Megha and I traveled to Vietnam together. How good was that, by the way? It was the best time
Yes.
of our lives.
Want to go back?
And I know we have to go back. You hopefully like we will. And hopefully like, you're going soon, I feel. I think we spoke
I'm
about it.
manifesting it. Yes.
Okay, yes, manifested queen. We can do it. But Megha, when we were in
Hoi
Vietnam,
An.
Hoi An, a lot of you might have actually heard about the Hoi An tailors, which they are phenomenal, and the
So
fabric they
good.
use is incredible, and they will create things for you in a few hours to like maximum overnight. So we went and like we designed our clothes, and then we got these 100% like linen. I got like a set made, and then I got a dress made, And Mika, I wear them so much. Every summer they come out, and every summer I wear them multiple times. And that's how I feel about most of the linen things that I own. I have a few
Yeah.
pieces from like Australian brands as well that I feel like every summer, like there's a white dress, it comes out every summer. I'll wear it multiple times, and it just is so good. And I feel
Yeah.
like those are the clothes that last you, and those are the
And those
clothes
are the
I
clothes.
want to own more of.
Yeah.
And Wildalaya is like right there for me. And you're saying that it's, hemp is a fabric that's even more superior to linen. And I feel like not enough of us know about it. Even I didn't.
Yeah, even I didn't before I got to start using it. So
Yeah.
it is a
And it
thing that,
depends.
we're still having to learn about, but it's
Absolutely.
absolutely cool. Like, I think we should all like stan it
Yeah.
because it's like a cool fabric. We should all be wearing it now. Now I feel it, when I talk about it more, and I'm like, why aren't people talking about it yet?
But can I just say, like, tell me about like, one of your Wild Dahlia dresses that you wear a lot. Is the orange one a Wild Dahlia one?
That I wore on my birthday?
I think so, yes.
No,
Or
that's
is that a
Vietnam.
Vietnam? Okay,
That's
okay, okay.
Vietnam.
That one's really beautiful as well.
Yeah. But Mel keeps asking me as well because she confuses, and she always, and whenever I wear the dress, she's like, "Is that one of your dresses?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"No, Mel, this is from Vietnam." I
yeah,
wouldn't want to get that in Wildelia because you know why that dress looks good, because all the Vietnamese clothes that we've got from Hoi An, they are
yeah.
stitched to your size,
Perfect
right?
size. Yes, you're
Yes, but you
right.
wouldn't be able to do that from Wildelia or any other
I get it.
e-commerce like or a
It is
clothing brand.
beautiful because it is tailored to your body.
Yeah.
And I think I get it. And that just goes to show, Mega, how much thought you put into Wild Dahlia, because I feel like all Wild Dahlia dresses, the models and everyone, like bloggers, anyone that I've seen them on, it almost feels almost tailored. So you go for cuts which will feel quite tailored, but they
Yeah.
are
That's
obviously
the
you can.
beauty of being a wrap, because it's your wrap,
Yeah,
then you tie it according to your body, and then it
absolutely. It's like a
enhances your
sari.
body. Yeah, exactly.
So it looks good on everyone. I love it. Thanks for talking to us about it and like walking
For
me through it,
sure.
because I always am so obsessed with the idea of what you do. And I don't know, I'm always in awe of like how you create for
That's
Valdilia.
very sweet of you, Farah, but you also always miss out on the fabulous business that you or
Oh
yourself
my god,
own.
no. We're not going there.
Okay,
Mega,
some
you
other
don't get
podcast.
to
We have to talk
you don't
about
get
it.
to Uno reverse and like go like now you talk. No, we'll talk about it. Like, there's so much that we are passionate about. I feel like we're just like that as people, right, Megha? Like, there's always things that we're doing or things that we want to talk about, and I feel like there's not enough hours in the day. But then also we procrastinate. Like, I procrastinate a lot. So there's all these things I want to do, some things I've done, but we'll keep touching on things that we're passionate about, and maybe one day we'll talk about illustrations, but not
Yes,
today.
we will. Okay, then if not this, then tell us about your sustainability journey.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, you know what? Growing up in Pakistan, our generation, I think plastic really kicked off in our generation or just before. And plastic started to replace wood.
Paper.
You told me, right? Did
Yeah.
you
To
mention this?
replace, to replace paper?
To replace paper, right? And so, was it because wood was we were just using too much of it? Is that what was happening?
It was for the fact, yes. Also, the paper consumption was, crazy at that time. So this
Yeah.
person was like, he invented plastic bag, and
Mm.
he thought he, sort of like folded it and put it in his
Yeah.
pocket to
Yeah.
reuse it. So the idea was to
Oh,
have
to
a bag that
reuse
he could reuse again and again.
forever. But then we just kind of realized that it's so cheap. Is that what happened? That's
It's
what
so
would have
cheap.
happened,
It's
right?
a use and throw for us.
Use and throw. And so growing up in Pakistan, I feel like, all the toys, everything was just made of plastic, Megha. And it was so prevalent and there was no conversation around it because I feel like the older generation just didn't have it. So now they had this thing that lasted forever and it was so convenient and you could throw it away whenever you wanted. It was so cheap. And so there was a lot of plastic being used. I remember just from being like a science kid and like reading up on everything and then realizing that global warming was going to eventually be the death of all of us. And
Hmm.
so just started talking about this a lot and became this nerd that was just so interested in global warming and why it was happening and what we could do differently. And so I remember, like, kind of when I was younger as well, talking to my friends about it and being like, do you guys know global warming is so serious? And them just not taking it seriously because they were like, what the hell? We're just kids. Like, live your life. What the hell? Right. And so that, I think that has been in my mind for a very long time since I started learning about global warming. It was motivated by global warming and like the sense that we were all going to really suffer if we didn't change the way that we lived. And then
Mm.
as I grew older and older, and then like reading more researches and things like that about how plastic is just everywhere, to now, Megha, where it's so hard to even run away from it, like from our pans and from all the spoons we use and to cook, to like, our air fryers, to like just everything we consume. And it's so,
Yeah.
so huge. So I think it just at some point started becoming a conversation I was having more and more with my friends, and then made more friends like yourself who are so open about their sustainability choices. And then just making sure that little bitsy ways in which I could, um, trying to decrease plastic use, like you said, like taking your bags to the grocery store, being mindful of like having an emotional support water bottle so you're not buying water and throwing away plastic. And on top of that, it's not good for you because you're consuming so much plastic with that bottle, probably, right?
Yeah.
And so now I try my level best to, not be, so consume for the sake of it and like consume so much plastic. And it's not just about plastic as well. I feel it's about everything. It's about consuming in moderation and not feeling like you need things that you only want. And so I think
Mm.
we were having this conversation before as well, right, Mika, where we're talking about how whenever a sale comes up, you feel like you need everything. But
Yeah.
sometimes just shopping your own wardrobe and looking at what you have, or talking to your friends and being like, what do you have? Let's exchange some clothes. And
Mm.
or actually buying things that are going to last you for years and years to come, and investing in like one or two of those pieces. And so I think as I've grown older, I've just become more mindful, and I try to be, because it's just a better way of living, and it just feels better knowing that you're doing something good for the environment, even though it's not going to flip the effects of everything. At an individual level, we can all try to be better.
Yeah.
Also, from a health perspective, like, I had the worst anxiety when I moved to Perth, and you know about it. Like, I've been so open about it with you. And I truly feel like the food that we consume, the environment that we live in, the way in which we live, it has so much to do with all of that. And the food that we consume is just a big part of it. And I had to heal my gut and all of that. And so I think sustainability and just these choices feed into all of it for me. And they have really affected my mental health as well. So I just try to live a more conscious life where I know what I'm consuming, what I'm putting into my body, how I'm living. But yeah, I do feel quite strongly about it too. But yeah, it's cool to have friends like you who, you can always learn from. And it's good to have these conversations. And it's not like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I've had
Yeah.
those before, where
Mm.
it's like, is this even a topic? And I'm like, can we discuss this? Because it affects us so much.
Yeah. Yeah, but I also feel there is a way that these conversations should happen, like rather than being preachy. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people do that. I know I'm not taking names or anything, but I'm just saying that I'm aware of some people who go like all preachy about it, which
Yeah.
then rather than getting people on the same thought process, it in fact makes them
It's just them.
more aggressive about it, that hey,
Yeah.
how dare you tell me what to do?
I get it.
Yeah, it is a very sensitive thing because it's almost like telling people how to live, but people are very sensitive about these things, that I know how to live. So it is a very, you'd want to think how you're talking, and people sometimes like to be told that they are doing an amazing job. So maybe that starting wave would be something nice. So we have to tell our listeners, you're doing all great, everything is fine,
You are
but
amazing. You're 10 on 10.
yeah,
You're
but
all
is there a
perfect.
little thing that you can do and would make you feel better? Then go for
Mm,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how cute is having cute totes, man?
I
Take out a
love
tote every
them.
day, like literally. And
Yeah.
anything you could
But do
ever
you
fit in
but
it
do
will
you
fit.
hate like typo or cotton on whenever I go there and they're like, do you want $2 typo or
Yeah.
tote? And I'm like, no, I've
उन्होंने
already got
consumerism
a
इसमें भी डाल दिया. Like, it's so bad. It's like, buy totes forever. Own like a million. And it's
Yeah,
like worse than plastic if you have that many, because
that
what are you doing
many.
with them?
Yeah, and they're not even good quality these days. Like
Yeah,
I have had
it
like
really
where the
isn't.
straps are breaking and things like that.
Yeah,
So it's
no,
all about, like you said, buying a couple of things, but then buying good quality stuff.
absolutely. So we'll
And
do a video,
sometimes,
Megha, where we'll
yeah.
go over our like thrift finds, because I really want us to do
Oh,
that.
I want to do that as
It's gonna
well.
be so fun. We're gonna pick a few things that we have thrifted, and we can talk about thrifting in another episode, but I'm obsessed with
Mm,
it. I know you love it too.
so am I. I love
Yes.
it. I need
What
to
a good
find some
day.
nice thrift stores here.
Mm,
But I've been like, if I don't need anything, I don't really need to go to a thrift store, because if I go to a thrift store, I'll end up buying something.
buying
So I'm
something.
trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
But if you find any cute ones, DM me.
Perfect. I shall. I just love the idea of like getting an iced coffee and then walking into a thrift store. Like I was looking for some old like vintage candle holders.
Oh, I love
And
those.
Megha, there's these cute vintage shops in Wembley.
I have
You
seen
should
that
look.
bird
Yes,
vintage,
I
bluebird
think that's what
vintage.
it's called. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's right next to the Momo place.
It is another amazing thing Megha has done in life, which I will forever be
Oh
grateful
yes.
for her for, is introducing me to momos. Megha, I've eaten them so much I feel like I'm a bit like I'm taking a momo break. I'm like, wait, I think I need to like fall
Yeah,
back in
the
love
other
with
day
them,
I was at your place and you were like, we have some leftover momos in the fridge. And you were like,
which is
but
not
I
ever
can't
the
feed
case.
you. Yeah. And you were like, I can't feed them because they're only two. I was like, I could have had two.
Oh no, you should have said.
I was shy.
Oh my gosh,
But
Megha.
yeah, I'm also on a momo break.
Okay,
Uh,
good. Maybe we should like
I
break
think
the
like I'm
momo break
becoming a
in
momo.
January and go together and have a really good momo session.
Okay, let's do that.
It's like,
I can hold on till then.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. All
Mhm.
right. I think we should wrap up because that was super fun, but we got through a lot.
Yeah,
I'm really happy.
we really
All
have.
right. Mika, do you have a lot planned for the weekend? You're seeing me tomorrow, so that's great.
That's the biggest plan this weekend. I think we're keeping it
Yes.
pretty chill.
Yeah.
I've got a new phone, and so has Fareah. So I think I need to set it up.
Yes.
I'm gonna just take Sunday, and I'm gonna clean my phone.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna
I'm so
start.
proud of you for having that intention, because honestly, I already set up my new phone, you guys, and I feel like it's just because when you do phone to phone on iPhone, it completely just transfers everything, which is great
Even the
if you're wanting everything.
wallpaper.
Even the wallpaper, every single bitsy thing, okay? And what happens is like your cluttered phone, old phone, becomes your cluttered new phone, and it's not good because now you have all the clutter on the new phone. And so I hope I'm able to also sit down and give it 1 hour. Make a look into that app that I was talking about where you can just flick through photos and like delete and keep.
Oh, almost like Tinder.
Yeah, almost like Tinder, but you're like saving pictures that you want. Like, you take 10 million pictures of the same thing.
I
So,
know. This is what I was telling Ryan yesterday, that I'm also pledging that either I will take only one picture when I'm
yeah.
taking a picture, or if I'm taking multiple, that time I will delete the ones that I don't like.
Yeah, that's so smart. And I think
And
I
I've
should do
turned
that.
off the live feature because
Oh,
I don't think
it's
I
gonna
need it in
save
my life.
heaps of space.
And I
Yeah.
think it improves the quality of the photo if it's not a live photo.
Maybe you're right, actually.
Oh, also, I was looking at this academy. Sorry, I'm just going to another tangent here.
No, 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 tell me.
But you know how we have these amazing phones, but we don't know how to take great photos with them. Even though, like,
Yes.
I know that, we both are good with our
We're both
angles and we know the
fabulous,
framing.
obviously.
But for some reasons, I feel that photos are not been that great lately. And
Yeah.
earlier, I used to think, of course, I'm in Delhi in the most polluted place. Why would my photos be good? But now I'm in Perth. My photos need to be amazing.
Crisp.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this academy course, something
Mhm.
that came up on my ads the other
Yeah.
day. And it's basically like a $70 course to how to use your iPhone for the best photos you'll ever take in your life.
Ooh.
So I think
I'm
I'm going
so
to
excited.
invest because we've spent so much money on the phones. Might as
Yeah,
well invest
that's
a
for
little
sure.
to
I'm sure they'll
learn how
cover
to
a
take.
lot more, but you do know Apple does sessions, right? Like photo sessions.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Apple stores.
Oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That makes sense because that landing page of this course has it says Apple will never teach you these.
Oh, okay. So I'm curious as to what they, because when I used to work there, it was such a fun thing because you could like, we would walk people through how to use their device, but I've not been there for so long that I'm just so outdated. So hopefully, whatever knowledge you learn, please transfer it on to me
So
because
I
I'm
can
not.
just go to, you're saying I can just go to an Apple store and be like, I need to learn how to use my phone.
You can book, so online, you can book an Apple session. What were they called? Today at Apple or something. And then, you can learn to use a specific device or a software. There's music sessions, there's all sorts of things. That was my favorite part of the like Apple
The
store. It was
store.
so fun. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm sure you've come across it. When you go in, you'll be reminded of what I'm saying. But yeah, we would do like a photo walk and take people around, like show them how to use their phone to take photos and stuff. It was pretty cool.
That's interesting. I might do that before I spend
Maybe
the
do it.
$70.
Yeah, because $70 is a bit. It's a
Yeah.
bit for like just learning how to do photos, and you can find that information on YouTube. Mega, you are the queen of marketing, and you fell for it. You're like
I
70
usually
bucks, take
don't.
it.
But you know what? I've got these amazing cameras as well. I've got a Sony, I've got a nice camera, but I feel
Yeah,
like I don't use these on like the full capacity, the
yeah,
capabilities. I need to
absolutely.
learn. And
Yeah,
I should, maybe I shouldn't go for
absolutely.
this course, but then I should find something that I need to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
go for a
No, no, no.
TAFE
And I'm
course
not
or something.
discouraging you by any means. If you feel like this is what, sometimes you know what's worth it for you, man. Like, honestly, I feel like sometimes I know I need that push, and if that's going to give me the push, I don't care how much I'm spending on it, I'll go and do it. So if you're
Yeah.
getting good energy from it and you want to go for it, go for it. But definitely look into the Apple
Yeah, I'm
session
going
as
to do
well.
that. But I do
Yeah.
need some upskilling. I would
Maybe we
love that.
should go on a
Because
photo
I need to take
walk
some
or a
photos
video
for
walk.
Wildalaya as well. Mm.
Yes, amazing. Put in a session for that, and I would love to come help.
Awesome.
Amazing. Okay, guys, we're actually gonna wrap up now.
Yeah.
We'll
Thank
see
you
you in
for,
the next episode.
yeah. See you. Bye.
Bye.